Hello my friends at YouTube. Today I've got a pretty simple project. It's a continuation of the 14 Chevrolet restoration I've been working on for a while now. These things don't take... This is a an adjustment ring that adjusts the pinion backlash and so forth on the rear axle assembly. Now, this is the original one here. And it has a keeper spring. It's a spring that actually goes in through this hole and sticks through, this pin sticks through, and that's the lock that keeps this from turning. It pushes up against the back of a bearing, and you turn this in and out to adjust for the free play on the pinion gear. So it has little holes drilled all the way around it. But the problem is it's all chowdered on the edges here, and it's got two grooves, which I don't believe are supposed to be there. Shouldn't be there, I don't believe. And then this race, or this surface here, has got a lip on it, which I'm sure that doesn't belong there. That's wear. As far as I can tell, that's wear. I don't think it's made that way. It wasn't made that way. This side is rounded over, and this side's square. So we have to cut threads, machine the part, and so let's get a piece of material and stick it in the lathe and duplicate it. Okay, this is a 1 and 9/32 drill bit, and I started trying to go through it without a pilot hole or anything, thinking this would plow through there. But what I noticed, excuse me, what I noticed was that as I applied pressure from the tailstock here, that my part was starting to creep into the jaws. So I had to come up with a better plan. So I've drilled a pilot hole here using a much smaller bit. As you can see, it's under a 1/2 inch. It's I forget what size it is, but it doesn't matter. And so with that pilot hole now, I believe we can run this bigger bit through there without any problem. So let me set that up and get this thing changed out of here. It's a heavy chuck. 5 or 10 pounder. 10. All right. Okay. Well, all right. Good stuff. We have changed over to a different bit, and now we're going to finish it to size here. Okay, turn the compound to right angle here, which is debatable, but I set mine on 29.5. And now I want to get this here, back compound up here, and bring this around 0 there, 0 that, this in here. Set this 0. There. Set my stop here. That's good and tight. There you go. Alright. And now I'm going to bring this 0 here. We'll make a touch off here. Okay. Okay, I wanted to explain a little bit about how I did the single point thread cutting. And if I'm like a lot of you fellows out there, I like to watch YouTube videos as well and try to learn something. Well, there's one fellow down in Austin, Texas, Joe Pye. I imagine most of you are familiar with that fellow. Well, he was demonstrating on a video how to cut single points where it's pretty much a no-brainer. When you've got to feed the tool in and then stop it, pull it out of the operation, and do that over and over and over again, hitting the mark every time, it gets a little tense, and sometimes you miss the mark, but hopefully you hit the mark every time. But with his technique, you engage it, and it runs out of the work instead of running into the work. Much safer way to do it, no stress at all. And so I went out and after I saw his video, and ordered a different type of a cutter. And this one here, let's see if I got, I'm not sure what I did with it now. This it here. It's an SNR 001 3M16. And this is a SML 001 3M16. I believe that's the ones that I ordered. It's on here. If I pull it off, it's got it written on the. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, here it is. It's an SNL 0013M16. And it has the inserts in it. You can change the insert, and you don't have to worry about grinding it. It's carbide. You just insert a new one when the old one gets dull or breaks. So just a thank you out to Joe for having that video out there for me to enjoy. If you guys want to check him out, he's Joe Pye, I think PIE is the way he goes by, in Austin, Texas. And you should be able to find him real easy if you haven't seen his videos. He likes to make these small model steam engines and all kinds of interesting projects, and he knows what he says, or knows what he talks about. Not like some of us that just think we know what we're talking about. But he had this great idea, and I've been using it ever since I watched his video, and I got this tool, and you just have to run the machine backwards and feed out instead of feeding in. So it's a great idea, and I appreciate it I knew you could do it, but I didn't really have the correct tool to do it. And when I got these, why, it just made all the difference. I've got two different sizes. And this will cut internal or external threads. The way it's set up, you just have to, do it differently. Anyway, I want to throw that out there. Give credit where it's due. And we appreciate you watching this channel. Hope you'll like it and subscribe. Now back to this part here that I've been working on. You've been watching me make for the last 20, 30 minutes here. What I decided to do when I cut off a piece of stock to machine this part out of, I thought, well, it'd be easier to make if I make it longer than the part actually has to be. So that I thought, well, if I make it long enough to make 2 of them, then I'll have an extra one somebody might be able to use if they've got a similar project. So, or if I have another, I've got the other 2 rear ends are together. This should be the last rear end I have to put together. So I'm hopeful I won't need this part for anything else, but it's here if I do, or if somebody out there needs it. So basically, I've just got to put this groove here, over in here, and round over the edge, and then part it, and the 2 pieces are, well, not quite done. So now my next, for my next operation on this part, there's a groove right at the end that has to have 8 holes drilled around the through it, around the perimeter. So, and this is where I was going to part the part off, is right here, and this is a little longer than I need, so I can machine off what I don't need here. And that's probably what I should do next. And then I've got a place, then I can hold this while I drill the holes in the outer edges. So I think what I'll do is I'll measure over, put another groove in here, and remove the excess material off the end here. So let's go do that. There's nothing real critical about this groove, so I don't really have to concern myself too much with where it is on the part. So I'm just eyeballing it there, and that looks pretty good. Just get an approximate dimension here. It's 1 inch, 599 or 1/600 approximately. So where are we here? 648. Okay, so about 48,000 more to come off. 5, 30, 35, 40. Doesn't look too bad right there, actually. Let's see. This ring fits in there. And it's a little proud yet, so we'll take it on down to the 48. 35, 40, 45. Yeah, take it to 50. Okay, that should be our depth right there for our ring to fit in. That feels good. We'll call that good. All right, now the only thing we got is round this edge over here. So I think I left the tool. Yes. Slower. I'm using an end mill. It's half, we call it a corner rounding, corner rounding bit. There we are there. Okay, all we got left here is I want to put a whatchamacallit, a brake, I guess. I don't know if this will get it or not. Let's see. Maybe. Have to raise it up way above the center to get the clearance. Clearance. Yeah, try it and see. Nicely done. Okay. That worked. Now, I'll take this out. Basically, we've got two parts here, ready to be separated right there. But we got to put 8 holes around the perimeter here to match our part here. So our part here has the 8 holes in it. So we'll go over to the Bridgeport next and get ready to pop the holes in there. Okay. All right, I've got this set up in my rotary table here, and I think what I'm going to do is I've got a divider head I can put on here and get the number exact, but again, these just all that goes in this hole is a little spring to lock it in place, so it's not critical. So let's see, I want to get my DRO set to 0 here. There we go. And I think I'll lock that in place there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and we'll set off here. I think we'll go just a tiny bit. Right there, looks good. Now I can go around it and do all that. I can change the bit. I don't know what to do here. Probably change the bit instead of going around twice. Okay, may lose my battery any moment here, but we'll just continue on for a little bit. Now, we'll loosen the table up and we'll go to 45. And 20, 30, 45. Let's see if it'll go without the center drill doing it. Maybe we just go right around here. See how bad it wants to walk here. All right, guys, I got well, I still got 18% left on the battery. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna do the others, flip this over and do the other side, and we'll have just part it off. But I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and send me a comment if you will. If you have any questions, be happy to try and answer them, or give you any information I can. So again, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.